Before I read my statement for this press conference, let me thank all of you for coming today. Let me also thank you for all the wonderful expressions of support that you have provided me during this trying time. It clearly shows me that you love me as intensively as I love you. However, it is important that you appreciate that while the thought of possibly going to jail is troubling, since I know I am innocent, I do not have the slightest fear that I will spend even one day in jail. In fact, given my life focus on organizing, teaching, and being an instrument of change, I literally find this the most exciting time, the most exciting moment of my 45 years of organizing and educating. Ironically, the U.S. Attorney has given me the greatest platform for speaking truth to power that I have ever had. Also, he has given actually all of us a tremendous opportunity to examine up close and very personally how the American system of injustice actually works. Let me proceed to read my statement. Monday, on the steps of City Hall, I talked about press harassment, about reporters refusing to leave my porch even after I told them that they were trespassing. I talked about the fact that I had to call the police Sunday, given the media harassment of my wife and I. In fact, to protect us from the oppression of the Fourth Estate, I had to have the police put up barricades in front of my house on Sunday. I could go on to talk about how Channel 5 reporters who, when told by the police that they were trespassing and had to leave my porch, waited for the police to leave and then came back onto my porch to demand that I give their bosses the information that they had been sent to get. I could talk about how another media outlet, Fox News, I think, drove up to my house at 4:30 a.m. on Monday morning as I was hurrying to get dressed and get to work before the media hordes returned. Fox News then had the audacity to make fun of me as their cameras focused on my fly, left unzippered in the haste to escape their unwarranted intrusion into my life. But I'm not here today to talk about media harassment. I am here to talk about media incompetence and manipulation. I chose to have this discussion in front of my district office because this office dramatically symbolizes the fact that the Boston media ignore news when they think it is not in the interest of their bosses that it be printed or aired. 10 years ago, when running for office, I told my constituents that if elected, I would initiate a unique experiment in Boston political life. I told them that I was not interested in being an elected official if that position would not enable me to be an effective agent of change. I reminded them of the difficulty faced by our previous community councilors during the last 25 years as they struggled as the only two counselors of color in a 13-person council. I told them that my strategy to counteract this incredible imbalance of power was to fuse my community organizing with my political representation. In other words, I would use my organizing skills to build a base of power within my community and the city to strengthen the ability of Councilor Yancey and I to convince the councilors that they dare not ignore the needs of our people. I promised them that in order to do that, I would open an office in the district that would not only provide services to my constituents, but also serve as an organizing base for our political agenda. I promised that if elected, my wife Terry and I would use my salary to keep the office open if fundraising didn't produce enough cash. I also promised that I would sponsor what I called the District 7 Roundtables, a once-a-month Saturday morning gathering using Jesse Jackson's Operation Push model. For 8 years, the District 7 Roundtable provided a monthly opportunity for my constituents as well as activists from around the city to come together to discuss for 2 hours needs as well as strategies, and then socialize while eating a lunch provided through my fundraising as well as a salary when necessary.